When you are spiritual and in tune with God, God will begin to open up your eyes on a different dimension. That's why the Bible said God called Abraham my friend. When you are spiritually connected, God will begin to relay messages to you because God has a burden in his heart. But he needs to find someone that is spiritually awake to understand what those burdens are so he can share them with you. But if your eyes are closed, if your sight is closed, your hearing is closed spiritually, and spiritual growth allows you to develop a certain level of discerning. Now there's two types of, there's discernment and there's discerning. Those are two different things. Discernment is not a spiritual gift. Discernment is something that every human being has. You can discern based on your human spirit what you think is right, based on experience. Sometimes you go to a specific place and you're like, man, I discern something is not right. I don't know what it is, but I feel something is off. Discerning is the spiritual gift. You're discerning of spirits. You can be able to walk in a room and you talk to people and you can discern what type of spirit that they carry. You can walk in an environment as you meet different people. You can discern if they have the Spirit of God or if they have the spirit of the devil. You can walk in a place. You can discern if there's any witches out there, if there's any warlocks out there. You can walk in a place. If you are spiritually in tune with God, you can discern the presence of angels. You can discern the presence that is not like no other presence. You can discern things because your spirit man is alive. When you grow spiritually, the spirit man is alive. The Bible said that your flesh is weak. Your spirit is always willing. Your spirit is always open. And that is why when people open up themselves to the wrong thing, their spirit gets so much. But let today be the day that you would say, Father, reignite the passion in my soul again. Reignite the passion. I want to grow spiritually. I don't want to stay stagnant. I don't want to stay stagnant. I want to grow spiritually. The second benefit of isolation is this, revelation. In Exodus chapter 3, we find an amazing encounter. Moses had an encounter and a revelation from God. During your time of isolation, God will reveal sides of himself you never knew existed. You're going to understand God on a deeper level. You're going to see things the way that God do them on a different level. Revelation is just to open up your eyes and give you a deeper understanding of what's going on, why it's going on, what to do. When God gives you revelation, he is going to impart a different dimension of wisdom over you. And wisdom is your ability to take action. The Bible said that God, in all thy getting, get understanding. When you allow the Lord to isolate you and he begins to reveal things to you, he is going to give you a certain level of understanding. He is going to give you a certain level of knowledge and wisdom that is not natural. There are certain revelations that are so deep that the natural man cannot understand. And when I'm talking about the natural man, I'm talking about people, unless they have a connection with God. God wants to reveal the mysteries of his kingdom to you. God wants to reveal the mysteries of your destiny. God wants to reveal the mysteries of those that are around you. God wants to reveal the mystery, but you have to get there through the revelation. Revelation comes when God begins to open your spiritual ears. Now, when I talk about your spiritual ears, here's what I mean. You can have a conversation with a person and you listen to their voice. When you are in tune, when your spirit is in tune with the Spirit of God, you can pick up frequencies about what they're not saying more than what they're saying. And oftentimes, 90% of what I hear when people speak to me is what they're not telling me or what they're not saying. People only tell you 10% of what's in their heart. People only tell you 10% of what they're thinking about at the moment while talking to you. The other 90% has to be spiritually discerned. The other 90% has to be understood with a different ways of hearing things. You have to have a different lens in order for you to look at things, in order for you to hear things. Revelation. Today, God wants to reveal things to you that you've never seen before. Number 3, for preparation. Luke 1:8 talks about isolation. John the Baptist was preparing for his ministry. Isolation equips us for God's calling. Now, what does it mean to be equipped? Equipped meaning that I have given you, or you have a specific task to accomplish, and you need the right tools and you need the right equipment. If a carpenter wanted to build something, one of the tools that a carpenter needs at all times is a hammer. One of the tools that a carpenter needs to build something is some nails. The carpenter needs all those tools in order to be able to build something. There is no way you can just give a carpenter some wood and give them no tools and say, use nothing, use your bare hands to build this table. That is not going to happen. So when God begins to prepare you, he equips you. Your preparation is a part of the equipping, where God wants to make sure that you are around the right environment, that you are around the right atmosphere. When God begins to prepare and equips you, he wants to make sure that you are ready when that time comes. There's a day of adversity the Bible talks about. And a lot of times people give up on life because they have not allowed God to prepare them during their wilderness season. They have not allowed God to equip them. They have all the tools that they need, but they refuse to use it, or they just don't know how to use it. Everything you need to accomplish life, everything you need to be successful has already been given to you. So when God equips you, it's because there's something greater than you. See, your preparation is not just for you. A lot of times when we are going through difficult moments in life, we're so fixated on just us. We are focused on the pain that we're feeling. We're focused on the hurt. We're focused on who hurt us, who said something, who did something. We're focused on all the negative aspect of what is happening. But if you would allow God to transform your mind, you're going to realize that those that have hurt you, they did nothing but propel you to where God wanted you to go. Those that abandoned you, those that lied to you, those that cheated on you, those that abused you, they did nothing but to stir up the giftings of God, but where God wants you to go. Your preparation will come through your most difficult moments, and that is where you find your calling. Your preparation is going to prepare you for your calling. So whatever it is that you're struggling with the most, God is preparing you to help to save other people from the same thing. God is helping you to help other people that are going through the same thing. Moses was in the wilderness by himself for 40 years for preparation. But Moses did not realize that he was going to lead a people in the desert for another 40 years.